Alright, I think it's about time we get this show on the road. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? It looks like it's gonna be a pretty awesome live stream we got set up here. As you can see, today what we're gonna be doing is taking the Slurp Meowscles skin concept, this guy right here, and we're gonna be turning him into an artwork, basically. So what I have right here is my template, this is my reference. So what I'm gonna do basically is just throw this underneath and copy over it, and then Meowscles will be sketched out, and then we'll be able to color him in and do all the inking and everything. So that is going to be pretty awesome. Thank you all for joining me today. If at any point you have to leave or anything like that, that's fine. Don't forget that these streams are always put up as videos after they're done, so you'll be able to check it out at any time. I guess we might as well just go ahead and start. But before we do, let's take a look at some of the supplies we're using today. We have a pencil right here, eraser and everything. Some fine liners, pretty cool. Another fine liner, all different, they're different, different sizes and stuff. And then we got this huge thing, which is for shading. I don't know if I'll be doing that much of that today, maybe a little bit. And then this is it's like a white gel pen. I don't know the actual name, but it's pretty cool. It's basically like paint, but it's in a pen. So I guess we should just go ahead and start with this. Let's stick this underneath here. And if you want to look at a reference for what Slurp Meowscles looks like, he's up here. Right, yep, there he is. And you can check that out. So I think, yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing today. And let's just go ahead and start by going over the sketch. Just going to be kind of like a rough sketch. It doesn't really matter too much about the details, but you want to at least make sure that most of it's there. And I think Slurp Meowscles has been one of my favorite skins to do recently. I had a lot of fun using him, making him, I guess. And although it's just a recolor, I think it would be a pretty cool skin to be put into the game. And I think a lot of people would agree with me on that one. So, as you can see right here, we're kind of just working on building the muscle. And if you want to get into drawing or anything, a lot of people say that you shouldn't use references or whatever. I think it's completely fine. Whatever suits you. I think references are great. Without them, there can be times where it is very hard to get like a pose down. So, if you need to use references, like I am right here, then go ahead and do it. I don't think there's any problem with that. Alright, so right now we're kind of just sketching out like, hey, this is going to be his pants. So that's what that is right there. And let's move on to the rest of the leg. The only problem is when you're doing stuff like this, you can, your paper can move a little bit and then you lose your spot. If my head at any point gets in the frame, that's my fault. But I might be looking at some fine details here. Alright, so this kind of comes down like this then. Yeah, I have one of these sketches for the male and female body. So, yeah, I just, anytime I'm working on some sort of character, I just literally trace over it like so. And then, yeah, then you got your base, and it saves you a lot of time, actually. You don't have to go back and do all those annoying little details or find your own little sketch. Pretty cool. Alright, so right now we're working on I guess kind of just a mixture of his the different parts of his body. The most fun but most worrisome part of when you're sketching, I think, is definitely when you have everything down. Like we're talking inks are down, that's all looking good, and then you have to color. Because if you mess up the coloring, especially on traditional artwork, it is, the piece is ruined, basically. So, hopefully that doesn't happen today, but you never know. There we go. This thing keeps moving around a lot, and it's annoying me greatly. Keep having to reposition it. I might just go ahead and tape it down. I think that's a good idea. Got some trusty old tape right here, and I guess we're just going to go ahead and tape this down then. Okay, so let me make sure that this is right over it. Okay, that's right about on the money-ish. Not everything's perfect, you know. Sometimes you gotta move it around. So, yeah, I think I messed the sketch up just a tad bit, but that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna tape this down then. Just a tiny bit of tape. Don't want to use too much here. Ah, great. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna stand up here and try and work like that. Slurp Meowscles has already given me so many troubles. Knew this was gonna happen too. But whatever. Alright. Working on the arm here. Alright, and there's one of his fingers. Very rough sketch with the hands there. We'll fix that later, but you know, it's just the starting phase right now, so it doesn't really matter what he looks like. Alright, so he's making a fist here. So, hands are going to come down like this. That is awful. I don't know what I just made there. Alright. We got that sketched. Okay. This is where we need to focus just a bit more. And there's that. If at any point, too, you want to follow along, if you want to try and do this yourself, then I think I've laid out some pretty cool steps for you to take. All right, yeah. So this is where his torso is looking a bit weird. And then that, I guess, yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, that's what's happening here. Okay. Yeah, these abs are all out of line. Okay, hold on. Meowscles is a buff dude, you know, so I gotta make sure I got the abdomen right. Draw a line down the center, just like so. There we go. All right, there's... See, for abs, you just kind of want to, like, follow the... You know, like, what a shape of they look like. And then you kind of just want to, like, mold them around a line. That sounds really weird, but, like... You want to make sure that it comes in like this. And it fits with, like, how the rest of the stomach is moving. So, there we go. And there we go again. Oh, that sounded so weird. I'm gonna push this in right here. We're just gonna... Oh, this is looking weird. Geez. Alright, hold on. Man, this is supposed to be like a quick sketch, but it is taking way too long. It's kind of weird, too, because, like, my angle right now is so scuffed. Like, this is just... Geez. Alright, alright, alright. There, okay. So now I can make sure that... See, this is the problem, though, is this stupid thing is not lining up. I can't see it. I can't see it well enough. Where is it even at? I don't know. I've lost it. No, that's terrible too. Well, I mean, maybe it's not too bad, but... It's so hard to see what's happening here. It's hard to see, like, what is going on. It's, like, I did a very bad job at lighting this up. For myself, at least. It looks pretty good on camera, but... it's extremely hard for me to see what's happening right now. This is looking like it needs to be. Okay, here we go. Then right here, we gotta branch out. Like so. For this is like the bicep right here. There we go. Alright, that doesn't look as bad. I might have to tweak some things along the way. I feel like a lot of people, when they're making artwork, tend to throw off a lot of details till like the inking stage, I guess. But I don't know. I kind of just put his... I kind of... Like, my rough sketch is pretty much my sketch. If that makes sense. Alright. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Gonna fix this hand right here. Alright, and... yeah, so let me know if you guys want to see more, drawing live streams, because we haven't done one of these in, like, ages. It has been forever. So, yeah, let me know. I know a lot of people enjoyed the last one. So I thought, you know, let's mix it up and throw in some of the skin concept stuff. And that's what we're going to be doing here. Meowscles, Slurp Meowscles. And if you missed any of the stream, or, you know, if you got plans coming up, the video, it's going to be available as a video. So there will be, like, chapters and stuff, so you'll be able to skip to any part of the video. Especially, like, you know, skipping the intro or something like that. So, yeah, there should be, like, timestamps, and you can just switch to those. But for now, we're finishing up the sketch pretty much. I mean, it's not looking too bad. A little bit areas where I would like to have maybe done a bit better, but I think it's fine. Okay, abs right here. Come in. And they go out like this. And then like this. I'm gonna put a line up here. Right there. I mean, like, that's not bad. These might need to be a bit bigger in comparison to this. Alright. Yeah, alright. That's actually not looking too bad. You can see a bit of areas where he's like a little bit more like, I don't know, what, like stumpier or something like that, but I don't think it looks too bad. Alright, so time to put in the jeans. I'm guessing that'll come like right here. Yeah, okay. So belt buckle is going to be facing like this way. So then we want the belt buckle to be right here. Gonna line this up and put in those little details. And then bring this around here. Don't forget to put in these little things. I guess those are like the hooks, right? For the jeans. That would make sense. Line that up like so. Another hook right here. I don't know what those are called. Straps, whatever. And then we have the gun holster. Should bring down here. Like this. No. That. Something like that, yeah. But we gotta make this come out here. So it looks kind of like a box. Maybe this is a little bit too box-like, but I guess I'll be able to like fix that in a second. That's one of the most or like difficult parts of drawing and like doing artworks and stuff. I think is the freaking like what are they called? The freaking like 3D shapes. So annoying, man. All right, let's clear off some of this eraser shavings. All right, so we're gonna have like this coming down, some of the jean lines, this like that, maybe like a little pocket right here, and then fill in some of this stuff. Jeans are gonna come down like this and kind of move like that, and there you go. All right, so that's basically the sketch for the for the pants and stuff. So we're gonna bring this down. These are the boots, by the way, that we're working on. I think that's kind of clear though. We're gonna kind of bring it out like that. Like it's gonna be rounded. Or I mean jagged, edged a little bit right here. But you want it to be like that. There. Like that's the kind of perfect shape for a shoe or a boot or anything like that. They kind of need to have this sort of, and like it looks rounded, but it's also jagged at the same time. Very strange indeed. I've never been a fan of drawing like boots and stuff. It's so annoying to put them on. Like get all the dimensions right and everything. It's just gee whiz. Okay, but let's move on to this. This one's a little bit easier because it's coming out like this angle, which should be pretty simple to get down. Watch, I'll struggle on this one now the most. All right. Maybe make this just a bit more rounded. There we go. And we want to put these lines like this and maybe like that. Okay, so now we have to have the jeans come down a little bit more because they have to be coming like over his boots. That's kind of how this works. Yeah, that's what you want to do whenever you're doing pants is you want to make sure that if they're like baggy like this, you want to make sure that they come out over like this. Hello, OP Orcs CTL. That was a terrible pronunciation, but how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I am. And yeah, hopefully you'll stick around and just chill out with me and some of the boys as we work on this skin concept. All right, so we have the neck done. We have the body done. We have the legs done. Actually, I said the neck's done, but then of course I'm like fixing it. Okay, that looks really good. So when we're working with light, it's going to be coming in like this. Like he's looking, as you can see right here. This means that his eyes are like going this way, like he's looking this way. So when we're dealing with light, we're gonna have it so it comes in like this, but then we're gonna shade any like dark corner like this. So that's kind of how this works. Now, since Slurp Meowscles is kind of set up to be like this like Slurpy version of Meowscles, he's probably not going to have as much dark corners or like dark shaded bits on his body, but he might have some like in the pants in that kind of area. So let's right now work on the suspenders. These are coming down onto here. This should be pretty easy. Just make sure it moves around with the like the biceps and stuff. In the pec area, you know. So that kind of fits in like that. I might move this a bit over. Yeah. So now this is going to come down like this. And make sure it kind of like wraps or tugs around like his body there. Or his shoulders, I guess. Okay, so you got the suspenders in. We got that done. Never mind. I keep saying that everything's finished and I'm jinxing myself, and that's just bad. It's cringe. Okay. Erase, erase, erase. There's gonna be so much like, you know how like when you're drawing and it leaves the area, even though you've already erased it, it's gonna leave something there. Yeah, there's gonna be so much of that of this, but I think it's looking good so far. All right, so we got all that done. So I'm gonna move on to his head. Let's go ahead and do that then. It's got the kind of, cat look, which is gonna be a bit tricky to replicate here because we gotta make sure that it's rounded, but it does so that it matches with how we're, like how the angle he's facing at. So how we would do that is just make sure that this side comes in more, and then the other side will be a little bit more like more in length, sorta. All right. I think that looks good for the shape. Now we just got to add the ears in. There you go. And the other one, the most important part, Meowscles' face. We got to make sure it looks stupendous. Because it's Meowscles. He's got to look amazing in all of his cat glory or something. I don't know. All right, let's move on to the eyes here. They're just kind of like this oval shape. They're not too far apart. And I think that's his mouth done. I might have to move it down just a bit so that it's not too close to his face. Actually, is it closer? It is closer. Okay, never mind. There we go. He is looking hilarious in this look. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't know if I want to... I don't think I'm going to put in his little... Alright, his little, like, fuzz in the cat look. So here's what we got for Meowscles. This is probably going to look so weird because I have the camera a little bit different. But, yeah, here he is. So that's the sketch. Now we just got to make sure that we do all of this inking and stuff correctly. The other day, I just broke the tip of my black marker, so that's kind of out of the picture here. So we're going to have to be working with fine liners only and like inking and stuff. But let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do here is a tactic that is great when working with alcohol markers and stuff. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the edges of his skin with a darker shade of or a darker shade than what I'm using. And then, I'll be able to like shade a bit of the areas with something else. So here's some of the blues that we have. Some of these are way too light. This is completely out of the picture, I think. But let me try and dig through here and find the right one that I'm looking for. Oh, I just dropped something. There's an even darker blue. No, there's one that's like really good in here. I'm looking for it. Okay, here we go. Jeez. Boom. That should be kind of like the shade of the, Meowscles kind of color. Here's an even darker blue, but no way we're using this one. So let's get out some grays. There's that gray. And I'm gonna need a darker shade of gray. See, I've got one of these like malleable erasers or whatever these things are called, and it just gets all over your alcohol markers. Maybe I should have stored it in something separate. It's probably a bad idea to put them both together, but still, I feel scammed. And also, it sucks too. It like doesn't work at all. All right, so we got our darker gray. This should be all we need, really. And then maybe like a lighter gray for his good old, what's it called? His good old guns and whatnot. Maybe a bit of silver or something like that, if I can actually find it. Here, these are going to be like the grays for the gun. These candidates. Okay, this should be all we need then to do Meowscles. To work on him here. And, yeah, let's go ahead and start with... I'm trying to think. I think the shading will probably be the best thing to start with, like his pants and stuff. So let's go ahead and start with that. I'm going to put these blues to the side. We're going to bring out the gun colors. Dust them off a little bit, Get the picture looking nice and good. And yeah, let's go ahead and start with this. So light's coming in like this. Which means, oh man, this thing is so like... Look how much ink it's lost. Man, that is a shame. So we're going to have this kind of come in like here. And then right there. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. And we don't have to fill in all of this because we're going to be able to go in with the darker shade. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So we don't have to fill in quite all of the detail here, as long as it looks somewhat good. Alright, so light comes in like this, meaning this is definitely going to have to get the shading right here. We're going to have this come underneath that fold. Now like this. There we go. And like I said, we don't have to like make sure everything's perfect on this because it is mostly going to be covered up. I'm going to add just a bit of like shading over here. Okay, and then maybe, see, because the light's coming in like this. Maybe just a bit of that. No, because it is coming. All right. Light comes in like this. I think pretty much all of this side of the gun can just be shaded in like that. Like so. For these things right here, we're gonna have to use another technique. This will be fine. This, all light's coming. We could do something like this, where it's like coming across just a tad. And that looks good, I think. So that's all we got for those. The gun can have a bit of shading like right here. And maybe right here. Boots. Light's coming in down here. Obviously, this is going to be very dark. You only really need to like fill in the bottom and then maybe these right here. Like these little lines. But then other than that, they can pretty much stay unshaded. So we're coming in here. Line across. Kind of, and then some coming into that. There we go. All right. So that is pretty much all the shading we have to do, I think. Where does this come in, though? Give me a second. Line coming down here. Just kind of working on shading this up. Well, that's kind of cool. Kind of got a cool look to it. Boom. All right. Meowscles is looking pretty awesome right now. All right, so that's that shaded. Let's kind of, you know... Oh, there's still duct tape here. All right, let me move that to the side. Lines right here. Lines right here. Lines here. Coming down into the pants here. All the way down to here. Line coming around. Oh, man, my throat is so sore right now. I don't even think I've been talking that much. All right. Pants right there. This moving down to here. There we go. All right. Let's move on to the suspender part. This should be pretty easy. Mostly because there's like nothing to it. Those kind of fit around that. And then just sort of disappear. Until they come back over here. And then this can just kind of be shaded in like so. And here we go. That. And there's the belt buckle. And then we got the gun holster right here. Part of the gun. And the handle to the gun. Alright, so this is every part except for the eyes, which we can, I guess, just go ahead and do right now. Oh wow, that was so hard doing those eyes. This is the interesting part, though, for the eyes. The most fun part, in my opinion. We get to do some of the good old... this thing. Put a dot up there. Put a dot up there. This is a really good tool for, like, making pupils look real. And then also, you know, if you just want to make some sort of, like, kawaii... I think that's word for it. I don't know. Ask my sister. She'll probably know. You know, some sort of like cutesy thing. Then you can do that. Put those two white dots and it looks really nice. Alrighty. This is shaking my entire table right now. I'm gonna have to go. You know, I'll just do it now. Man, I am so excited for the finished product for this thing because he is looking really good right now. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic super quickly and I'm gonna grab my trash can. I'll be right back. Just within no time, I have returned. Okay. Let me dump this off. That should just clear up the eraser shavings for now. Oh, there's a lot on this table, though. Jeez. Alright, well. This is the cool part. Wait, where are the... okay, here they are, never mind. Oh, dang it, I forgot. Boots. Brown. Brown. There you go. Wasn't too hard, actually. Okay. Yeah, we'll just start with the boots now, and I'm gonna sort of rant about these. Looking very nice. Go there. The shading there. Alright, boots are done. That is out of my way. It looks really nice. And then we're just going to get some of this. Start with the darker one, actually. So this is kind of how I like shading. I put in the inks. Then I go over it with this. And just get that out of the way. It doesn't have to be super crazy. We're just kind of going through and doing this. It doesn't have to be, you know, in the famous words of Bob Ross, I don't know if he actually said this, but you know how Bob kind of just like flicks the paintbrush? That's kind of like what I'm doing right now. And it's actually a really good tool that you can use. Because it makes it look very nice here with the shading, but then also it's super quick and easy to do. So let's grab this now. This is the lighter color. And obviously the majority of the jeans. I don't know what color I want to do the belt in. The only thing I haven't thought of yet. Do I just want to go with this gray? Do I want to go with like a black? I don't know. Decisions. There we go. That is looking nice. Nice. And actually, let's go ahead with one of these. Yeah, that looks good. I actually forgot to do this right here. And some of these. Well, actually, go ahead and just use this. Not a lot of light areas on this part, so just kind of flicking it up. That's the cool thing about brush tips. You can kind of just do that. Looks very nice. Just gonna wipe off some of these eraser bits. All right, let's move on to the gun and the belt buckle. So I definitely did not get the right colors of this gun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the silver. Probably should have waited for this, but whatever. Should have applied it at the end, because this thing can definitely stick to my hands and is annoying. And then it looks like I've got glitter all over my hands, which is kind of funny. But, yeah. And I know we're about like 40 minutes into this, guys, so if you did, of course, miss any part of this stream, then you can go back and view it when it is ready as a video. So that is pretty cool. And I'll have like timestamps and everything, so you can just, you know, check it out. Check out the parts you missed. Or, you know, if you tune in late and there's like no time left, then you can check out everything. So that's a cool thing about YouTube. You know, just able to live stream and view whenever you want. Pretty awesome. Okay, so that is it for the pants. Just checking over every detail, you know, making sure everything looks good. I'm gonna kind of color in the jeans right here. Looking very, very nice. All right, I'm gonna throw these to the side then, and let's grab some of the good old Slurp colors. The fun part. And also the most tedious one, because I have to now erase these lines and then color over them, which is not going to be fun. Alright, let's sample our choices first. Probably should get another piece of paper to do this on. Okay, Boom. Oh, that might be our color right there. But I don't know. This one might be a good contender too. No, it's too green. Maybe for like highlights, but it's not gonna be good for like the actual color. That's very like blue. And not so much like this teal color that we're looking for. Is that too bright? I don't know. Alright, this one is definitely not gonna work, but it might be good for highlighting. Yeah, we're gonna have to like shade some of this stuff together. Or, I mean, blend it together. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. This can get out of the way. Alrighty. Let's lightly erase some of this. We don't want to lose all the sketch. But we are close to finishing this guy. It's been a long time, but he's definitely coming along here. Oh, I missed a finger. Actually, never mind. Let's just keep it our little secret that I almost completely forgot a finger. I don't know, maybe it's four-fingered Slurp Meowscles, you know? Alright, and then this is what we do. This is the cool part with doing it like this, where you do a different, like a darker color as your border, because then it looks really nice like this, especially when you're trying to bring out like certain bits and portions. Now we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna super lightly dust it so that it kind of like blends into the highlight here. Some of it's a little bit too out there. The colors are really popping here, but let's kind of saturate it down a little bit. Does add for a very nice like kind of shimmer to him though. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right, then let's move on to this now. Lightly shading over, or lightly shading the eraser over all of this. Yeah, whatever, I'll just go like this. Yeah, see, like I said earlier, this is the only annoying part about the doing it with a different color, is you got to be able to see what you're working on, but you can't have it so it's like obviously showing, it's going to show through the markers, and that's annoying. I mean, you can have it in some areas, but you don't want the whole piece to like, you know, be showing like that. All the lines that you had. Alrighty. Bit of the neck right there. This looks really good. I'm happy with this piece right now. As long as I don't mess anything up. I don't know, I wouldn't put it past myself. Alright. See how I'm kind of taking it like bit by bit? You gotta make sure that you have certain pieces colored in, others not. If you just have only this rim, you could lose like some, like if you just start erasing everything and then you're like, oh, I'll color in, you might lose some of the lines. You're not gonna remember where they are. So leave a bit of area there for the light. And coloring some of this. See, look at how nice that looks, man. Yeah, I'll just have to go ahead and color this in. Plus, most of the light is hitting this anyways. Alright, this is kind of just like shade in different areas. And then let's make sure we go back over it with these. Just so that it doesn't look too greenish. Make sure all this makes like a nice blend. Alrighty. I'm gonna leave most of the hand so that I can see that. Thank you, Satuki. Yeah, I look to do more stuff like this. I think a lot of people enjoy when I do these kinds of things. So I'm gonna see if I can. And I've got it set up now. Yay. Streaming problems, you know. But I can finally do it now, so that is cool. And I got the face cam. Not really though, but you know, whatever. Looks pretty cool. Filling in the hands right here. Or the hands, the fingers, not the hands. Alright, this arm is done for the border. Chapow, right there. Alright, let's color some of this in then. He's almost done. All we got is the head after this. It is looking nice. Filling in some of that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. And then we'll go in later with our little trusty, whatchamacallit. I think this is a gel pen or something. I don't know the technical names for these kind of things. That's kind of like shading that area. You know, so we can get some of the hands here. Back of the bicep. Bit of the elbow-ish area. Voice crack. Alright, and then just blend it all together. Make it sort of saturated. Not as vibrant. And that looks cool. We got that. Alright, all that's left is the cat head thing. With this, it will be the end of Meowscles. He will finally be complete. And this will have been worth the while. Alright, just focusing a bit on here, and on this right here. Gotta make sure I nail this part. This is his head, most important bit of the character. Really gotta make sure he looks like a cat here. I'm gonna fill in that. And that. And then you know what, I'll probably use this. And there we go. Alright, let's fill this all in. Get some around the eye. Right here. So you can really see how those pupils just translate really well in the drawing, like how it kind of glimmers. Looks really nice. And shades, sort of, this part of the head, a little bit of bottom here, so it kind of goes out like this. There's a section here. Bringing this down into the neck. And just like we've done before, saturated it all out. That's a word. And then we're going to come back to this, just so that we can really get that definition there in the mouth. Now I'm coming back to here. Just going to add little ripple effects of the slurpness in him. Getting the bicep area, a bit of here, a bit of there, and back up here. That, some of the area here, and that. All right, so that is it. Here he is. Oh my gosh, this guy has turned out so good. I really like how this looks. You know, we had a bit of a problem working through the sketching part, but we got through it, and it looks really nice. I don't think there's many things I would change about this. This honestly looks really good compared to the skin concept. Here he is, and then here's this. Let me pull it up. There you go. Next to each other. That looks really awesome. Very proud of this. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did, leave a like, and of course, if you haven't already and you want to see more of this, subscribe. Oh, so used to having that there. Never mind. You can check down below in the description of the stream, and there should be a link to the actual Slurp Meowscles video if you want to check that out. You know, if this is your first time being introduced to this skin concept. I hope you all did enjoy this stream. I had such a fun time doing this. Honestly, we have to do more drawing streams. They're just so cool. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.